The Yonkos or Emperors are the most powerful pirates and are regarded as one of the three great powers in the world of One Piece. And with that powerful strength comes a powerful crew. They are so strong that they are even feared by the Marines, allowing them to do mostly anything they want, like gain control over many territories in the New World. The power and influence of a Yonko is so strong that a Vice Admiral's or higher's approval is needed in order to engage them in combat. Even CP0, who works directly under the Gorosei, need clearance to battle them. There have been 7 Yonko crews so far, so let's go over each one and find out how they work. From the most balanced crew to the one that has over 20,000 members, here's how each Emperor crew in One Piece works. Starting off our list, the Cross Guild is one of the most recent Yonko crew that was introduced to the story. This crew is under the authority of Buggy the Clown and 2 of the former warlords of the sea, Crocodile and Mihawk. Unlike other Yonko crews where the captain is usually the strongest member, this crew's captain is Buggy the Clown, which we all know is literally a living joke. Well, this happened because Crocodile and Mihawk decided that it would be better for the both of them to make the Marines target Buggy instead. This way, they can run Cross Guild from the shadows as chief officers, and Buggy, who is the president, the greatest decoy in One Piece, gets all the attention from the government. Their estimated total bounty is around 8,848,000,000 berries. They also represent the 3 things Roger had, which were wealth, pertaining to Crocodile with his access to money and resources, fame, to Buggy, who is a former member of the Pirate King's crew and his involvement in many crucial events, and power, to Mihawk, who is the strongest swordsman in the world. But what makes the Cross Guild different is that instead of the world government giving them bounties, they decided to return the favor and put bounties under the Marines. They literally pulled out the Uno reverse card. This could lead other pirates to hunt weaker Marines, and maybe even ordinary citizens could betray them, which was the reason Vice Admiral T-Bone was killed by an old man who needed money to feed his family. But how much are the Marines worth? Well, all the Marine captains are worth at least 1 star or 100,000 berries, and this range goes all the way up to 3 stars or 300,000 berries. Admirals' bounties rise as high as 3 billion berries, represented by crowns instead of stars. They definitely made their presence known to the world, but in terms of combat power, they aren't that strong, with the only notable powerful members being Crocodile and Mihawk. Well, you don't really need any other strong fighters if you let the other pirates and citizens do the killing for you. The Cross Guild is fairly new, so we actually don't have a lot of information about them, but we can assume they have some territory in the New World. Still, they might make more of an appearance in the future arc, especially since Buggy announced that they are going to find the One Piece. Moving on, we have the Beasts Pirates. The Beasts Pirates are a Yonko crew that has a total bounty of around 11,179,100,000 berries and is led by the world's strongest creature, Kaido. The total population of the Beasts Pirates is about 20,000 crew members, and that alone can strike fear in any pirate crew that decides to pick a fight with Kaido. I mean, he has a literal army by his side. But what makes them even scarier is that Kaido uses artificial devil fruits that he got from his partnership with Doflamingo and gives them to his crew to strengthen his army, causing the Beasts Pirates to be the pirate crew with the most devil fruit users in the story, with over 500 devil fruits. Some we don't even get to see. Kaido not only has an army of over 20,000 pirates, but above them are the Flying Six, or Tobiropo, which is a group that consists of 6 very strong fighters that are all hand-picked by Kaido. But they're not even the strongest fighters of the Beasts Pirates. That title belongs to the mighty All-Stars, Jack the Drought, Queen the Plague, and King the Wildfire. They are the executive officers of Kaido, all having a bounty of over 1 billion berries. This is insane because they alone could wipe out entire pirate crews. The crew's biggest feat is when they took over Wano, which we know already houses very powerful warriors and samurai. And they even made Onigashima, a nearby island which is the base of their operations. Most of the citizens who are trapped in their territory work in the factories with little to no pay and are worked to the bone. and if you run away, you'll be caught and thrown in jail as a slave. During the Wano arc, the Beasts Pirates formed an alliance with the Big Mom Pirates, which didn't last long due to both of their defeats. Interestingly, if they would have won, their goal was to find all the ancient weapons and use them to take over the entire world. Kaido himself is insanely strong and required Luffy to fight him multiple times and awaken his god fruit before he was finally defeated. Right now, after Kaido's defeat, the Beasts Pirates look like they are in their worst state yet, since Admiral Green Bull defeated them after the Battle of Wano.
How much longer will it be till we have our tea for tea?
Next up, we have the Big Mom Pirates, led by their captain Charlotte Linlin, more commonly known as Big Mom. The Big Mom Pirates are a completely different kind of pirate crew from the Beasts Pirates, since the main 74 officers of the Big Mom Pirates are actually all Big Mom's children. And considering that she's only 68 years old, I don't even want to know how she managed to do that. In total, Big Mom's family has 129 members, and their total bounty is estimated to be 10,121,500,000 berries. If we look at the bigger picture, their total crew count would reach tens of thousands of members. The Big Mom Pirates might not look like a scary pirate crew, but there is a reason for them being a Yonko crew. Big Mom has an army of soldiers all under the authority of Big Mom's 3 strongest fighters called the Sweet Commanders. They are Charlotte Cracker, Charlotte Smoothie, and Charlotte Katakuri, with a 4th that was demoted. The Big Mom Pirates have their main territory in Totoland, an archipelago that has 35 islands, and all of them are under their control. All of the islands are named after sweets, and the children ruling over the islands are called ministers, such as the Minister of Alcohol, the Minister of Yeast, and the Minister of Eggs. Unlike the Beasts Pirates' reign over Wano, Totoland is actually a great place that people willingly live in. But there is a twist to this happy land that makes the citizens of Totoland scared of Big Mom. This is because every 6 months, Big Mom takes away 1 month of their lifespan. Is it worth it? Well, Big Mom does have a lot of security as the entire archipelago is surrounded by her ships. She even has a 3-step intruder interception plan that consists of a police force, the Sweet Commanders, and, if necessary, she even gets involved herself along with her entire army. The one reason why they're this strong is that she uses forced political marriages where she marries off her children to powerful individuals. We saw this when she tried to marry Pudding to Sanji in order for her to gain control of the Germa soldiers and technology. Still though, even if she is one of the worst pirates there is, her dream is pretty wholesome, which is to create a place where all races can live happily. However, she was never able to have a child from the giants due to their hate for her from an incident in her past.
You better be ready to die! Would you look at that?
The Redhair Pirates are probably the most mysterious Yonko crew, since we still have yet to know more about them, even though they were the first Yonko crew that was introduced to the story all the way back in episode 4. This is one of the rare pirate crews that at least have a sense of morality, and they have been slated to be one of the most balanced pirate crews in the series. Shanks is known to be one of the strongest characters that are introduced in the story, and he is also known as the captain of the Redhair Pirates. Shanks and his crew might look too chill, and a bunch of carefree pirates as they have been portrayed in the story, but when it's time to be serious, the Redhair Pirates waste no time in showing their powers to show everyone who's the boss. The Redhair Pirates are also known as one of the few pirate crews that have no confirmed devil fruit users. So, for them to be considered strong pirates without relying on devil fruits just shows how strong they really are and how busted their Haki must be. They are also a relatively small crew, with their strength being carried by Shanks, his first mate Ben Beckman, and his 8 senior officers. We know that both Shanks and Ben are masters of Haki, where they are able to even stop admirals on the spot. Their small crew was also strong enough to stop Kaido from joining the Summit War, and they went to the Summit War to stop it themselves. Talk about a power flex. Right now, their total bounty is estimated to be around 4,142,900,000 berries, and their territories are unknown, although one of them was attacked by the Barto Club, and the other is presumably Elbaf, the home of the giants. There are also other crews under their banners, with the most powerful being the 2 captains of the giant warrior pirates, Dory and Brogy, so they might have the same structure as the Straw Hat Grand Fleet. When one of their territories gets attacked, just like what Kid did, Shanks usually does his best to protect them, as we saw him one-shot Kid with one of his most powerful attacks, Divine Departure. Their goal remained a mystery throughout the entire series, but that was until Shanks announced that they were finally going to join the hunt for the One Piece at the conclusion of the Wano arc. And you can help us reach our goals by liking this video, subscribing to our channel, and turning the notification bell on so you never miss an upload.
Those of you who'll still follow me, put your lives on the line! Let's attack!
Let's take a look at the past. The Whitebeard Pirates were led by Edward Newgate, more popularly known as Whitebeard. Having over 2,000 members, they are also the oldest pirate crew on the list here, dating all the way back to the golden era of pirates. And their overall bounty is said to have reached over 10 million berries. The pirate crew was split into 16 divisions, and each division had its own captain, with more members coming from ally crews, which totaled about 43 other pirate crews. Speaking of the golden era of pirates, the Whitebeard Pirates were so strong that they regularly fought against the Pirate King, Roger, and the Roger Pirates. These legendary battles would always end up in a draw since both pirate crews were basically equal in strength. Imagine being equal in terms of strength against the Pirate King. Even after their prime, the Whitebeard Pirates were still considered to be a Yonko crew, still making their presence known throughout the Grand Line and the New World. The biggest sign of strength that the Whitebeard Pirates showed was back at Marineford, when the world government had to use the entire Marine army just to fight against Whitebeard. That consisted of 3 admirals, the 7 warlords of the sea, and thousands upon thousands of Marines. That, to me, is the biggest show of respect for the Whitebeard Pirates' power. What also makes the Whitebeard Pirates unique is their goal. Edward Newgate grew up as an orphan, so the only thing Whitebeard wanted was to have a connection with other people, or as he likes to call it, his family. That's what the Whitebeard Pirates are to each other, a very big family with Whitebeard as their father, and everyone else as his sons. Whitebeard's territory is scattered all around the world, and the people living there were safe because they were under Whitebeard's protection, free of charge. But that was until they were defeated by Blackbeard after the Summit War, and now all of its members are scattered, and their 30-year legacy came to an end with the crew being disbanded, and the only territory they have left is Whitebeard's hometown, Sphinx, which is personally guarded by Marco. With world domination on his mind, the Blackbeard Pirates are the most recently created pirate crew out of all on the list, but they've come a long way and have definitely earned their spot to be a Yonko crew, as their total bounty is now estimated to be at least 4,246,200,000 berries. The Blackbeard Pirates' leader is none other than Blackbeard himself. When the Blackbeard Pirates first appeared, they didn't have the strength to be even considered as a Yonko crew, having fewer members and mediocre skills that would be defeated by the other Yonko crews on this list. But as time went on, they gathered enough strength to outshine the others and make a name for themselves by doing unimaginable things. The Blackbeard Pirates' structure now consists of the 10 Titanic captains, immensely powerful criminals who are all under Blackbeard's control. Each Titanic captain has their own ship and crew members. 4 of them were Blackbeard's original crew back in Jaya: Burgess, Van Augur, Lafitte, and Doc Q. The rest came from Impel Down, when he freed the 4 most dangerous prisoners, including the former head jailer, Shiryu. Interestingly, one of the 10 of the Titanic captains turns out to be the former Marine Admiral Aokiji. They have recently defeated big names such as Boa Hancock and Trafalgar Law, and even managed to subdue Garp himself. Interestingly, they also kidnapped Pudding from the Big Mom Pirates, who could read poneglyphs. After killing Whitebeard back in Marineford, the Blackbeard Pirates also conquered most of the Whitebeard Pirates' territory, except for Fishman Island and Sphinx. So as of today, their headquarters are located in Hachinosu, also known as Pirate Island. It seems like the Blackbeard Pirates are clearly being inspired by the ways of Rox D. Zebek, and even named their flagship after him, the Saber of Zebek. They are probably the most realistic pirate crew because they actually kill civilians and pillage, even though they are pretty friendly amongst themselves. But what makes them even more dangerous is they are the only ones who figured out how to steal other people's devil fruit powers. Over the years, we've seen the Blackbeard Pirates kill others and take their devil fruit powers for themselves, like when we saw Blackbeard take the powers of the Gura Gura no Mi from Whitebeard's corpse. Along with wanting to find the One Piece, Blackbeard also wants to be the Pirate King and make Hachinosu his very own kingdom, with him as its ruler. Finally, at the end of our list, we have the Straw Hat Pirates, led by their captain, Monkey D. Luffy. The main crew consists only of 10 members, and it basically lacks authority because everyone just gets to do what they want. But when it's time to get serious, they all follow their captain's orders because they have complete trust in each other. But when Luffy calls them, they won't hesitate to assemble and join their captain even if it's a losing battle. The Straw Hats are one of the freest pirate crews in the series, as they are just a group that do whatever they want and make friends wherever they go. The way the Straw Hats operate is different from other pirate crews, because they have roles on the ship instead of divisions and officers like the other Yonko crews. These are, of course, Zoro being the swordsman, Sanji as the cook, Jinbei as the helmsman, Chopper as the ship doctor, and so on. But even if they are a smaller crew, they are not to be underestimated, since Luffy awakened Gear 5, becoming one of the strongest pirates in the series, as we saw noted by Kaido. The Straw Hats also don't bother taking any territory, but this habit of theirs was changed when they liberated Wano from Kaido, and Luffy declared that it was under the Straw Hats' protection along with Fishman Island. Throughout their journey, the Straw Hats have made many friends along the way. They've become allies with Alabasta, Fishman Island, Rayleigh, and more. Although not official, the Straw Hats are also allied with Dragon, the leader of the Revolutionary Army, who is actually Luffy's dad. After defeating Doflamingo in Dressrosa, they formed the Straw Hat Grand Fleet, consisting of 7 pirate crews totaling up to 5,640 members that are willing to aid the Straw Hats whenever they need them. If you combine the overall bounties of the Straw Hat Grand Fleet and the main Straw Hat Pirates, they have the highest Emperor Crew bounty, reaching a staggering 19,196,002,000 berries. Their main goal is to find the One Piece, but each member has their own goals. Zoro wants to be the strongest swordsman, Sanji wants to discover the All Blue Sea, Nami wants to draw a map of the world, and so much more. And by the end of the series, they'll get even stronger as they take a step closer to reaching their dreams. So that concludes our introduction of how each Emperor crew works in One Piece. If you liked this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and click the notification bell for more videos like this one. See ya!